Hello, hola, 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 hola. Beautiful day today. Just got back from a short bike ride. Oh. Feeling myself. It was, I didn't know, I got the bike about a month or maybe 2 months, but I'm really bad with dates and times at the moment. How long anything's been, just take it as a grain of salt if I say. Not worried about too much accuracy. Oh, I had this desire to buy a bicycle. I didn't know why. Just got it. Oh, I need to get a bicycle. Oh, it really helps just loosen up, especially that lower lumbar area muscle. Ooh, for me. Don't have to go out for long trips or try to exercise. It's just, I take it usually just when I go to the store. Ooh, down the street. But, oh, yeah. After I do that, it's like, oh, let's do a little stretching afterwards. Get that. Ooh. I think I'm going to title this video, 1 year into the rhythm of further. Further. Oh. Feels good today. Never really thought much what I'm going to talk about, so let's just see what happens. I read The Rhythm of Further, or started it. I think I have to go back and check. For some reason, the date December 27th sticks in my mind, so that might be right. I'll have to go look. Of all the dates and times I can't remember, it's kind of strange if I remember that one. But never thinking about it. But yeah, I think I started that in last week of December last year, and we're getting there now. It's the 23rd. Learned so much in that 1 year time period. I mean, oof, an intense year. Oh, very different year. I think I'm in that, what Lauren talks about. I can't remember the name of it. I'm always horrible for all these different names and things. I just don't, they never stick in my mind. So I kind of just, it is what it is. It's that nice, just relaxed clarity, that focus, kind of like, oh. Not high, but just really feeling light and relaxed, and not a lot of thoughts going through the mind at the moment at all. Kind of have to work at that. She does hers at a certain time. She's much more organized than I am. Mine just kind of comes and goes when it does. Which, what is it? Different strokes for different folks. Oh. Oh. Feels good to be able to talk again. It's like, oh. It was actually quite beautiful not talking, but. Ooh. Sati? I don't remember. I'm trying to think of what it's called. That might be it. Doesn't matter. Names are nice, but not necessary. So it's been a year, and I think a year of determined curiosity, a year of really feeling into things, allowing yourself to feel into things. Whew. Be much more a lot of self-inquiry. Be more active in than allowing that activity, being passive and aware, and just observing listening to the answer, to the knowingness, the Gnost. You know, it's had its ups and downs, its wobbliness, its days of anxiety, of pain in the body, mental confusion, fogginess. Oh. Days of almost wanting just to break down, you know, leading to just absolutely just not be able to take anymore and just surrendering to it. That was a nice bike ride. Oh. Ooh. Having a few knots undone, that was nice. In the heart, that was earlier this year, around February. I never talked about it. It's one of the things when it happened. I talked about another experience that happened in the same day, but the actual that I never talked about. I actually did a video I recorded talking about it. I just never released it. It just didn't feel right to talk about it yet, or at least I wasn't ready to talk about it yet. I didn't understand it, and still to a degree. I'm still learning about it. What is it? Master has nothing to learn, but he's always learning. Oh, never been there, done that. Always going back to it again and allowing it to expand. That's openness. That's curiosity. That's enjoying life, enjoying the experience. Still got some flip. Oh. Probably should have brought some water with me. Oh. I'll talk about the opening of the heart chakra. That one was a funny story because it happened. I was actually delivering pizzas that day, doing work, and the whole night I was just feeling that pressure here. I didn't understand what it almost started to feel like having a heart attack. You're just squeezing this pressure, this knotted feel. Deep breaths, just kind of a lot of anxiety coming out at the same time. But I had that knowingness. I said, just allow it. It's nothing bad. Just let it happen. Of course, I was working, so a lot of it was happening when I was driving. I had to breathe it. But it finally popped open on a delivery. And I remember it because it was a delivery at an apartment complex. Second story. So I'm here like having a heart attack-like feeling. I'm just trying to take some deep breath, and I had 2 bags. There was a double order. I'm trying to carry these bags and some sodas up these stairs. And one thing you may not know about me, I've always had a fear of heights. Excuse me. So ever since I was a small child, nothing to do with this life. I never fell or hurt myself, so I always assumed it was a past life thing. But I've never liked heights. And going up these thin little staircases up these floors on these apartment buildings, it always makes my heart kind of already to do that. And I'm like, then I got all this going. I'm trying to carry all this stuff to get to the door of the apartment complex. And about that time is when I start feeling the pressure, almost like a pick ice, like a hot pick ice going into the heart. And just poking. Just taking these deep breaths in here. Then I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta knock on the door. So I hear knocking on the door. Sorry, okay, just try to look cool, man. Just try to look cool. Nothing's happening. I remember you laughing about it at the time. I'm here like, this is so fucking hilarious. And I knock, and I sit there, and nobody comes. I'm like, oh, fuck, just come get these fucking pizzas. I'm just like, get these fucking pizzas. I want to get out of the car and just sit there quietly. So I knock again, and still nobody comes. So I'm like, oh, fuck. Just feeling that, and that's that burning sensation. Okay. Finally, they come to the door. I'm like, hello, good evening. Trying to be my good pizza delivery guy. Give him the smile, say, hello, how are you today? All the time I'm going like, I don't think they noticed. We finally got rid of all this, sat in the car, and that's when I, and finally, after that, I had a good cry afterwards. Oh. There was a soreness afterwards, kind of right in this area of the muscle, but I felt that release of tension. Oh. Then later that night, I want to say it's later, but I could be wrong. It might have been the next day or two. That's when I had the realization of I'm not the body and falling in love with the body kind of happened. Ooh. But that was fun. It hurts for a little bit, but it's not like super painful. If I was able to keep it together and deliver a pizza while doing it, it ain't that bad. Oh. Then after that, that's when all my stomach issues started happening and other things down here. So I knew I was working on the solar plexus. The solar plexus, moving down into that. I've been constipated for like 7 months. I looked it up. I thought it was like, I think yesterday the video, I was like, oh, I've done this like 4 or 5 months. No, I looked up the last video, like the real, when I first really stopped was 7 months ago. I was like, wow, it was that long? I guess, time flies when you're having fun. If you call it fun, maybe it becomes that. Oh. See, the heart chakra, I didn't even know anything about heart chakra or anything, because, with Dom, it all becomes there. I think all my focus has always been on the heart. Because that's, you only have one chakra. It comes to one chakra kind of thing. I keep getting, feels like I'm being pulled off. It's like, oh, let's go here. This is so nice. Yeah. No. We gotta be present. I'll try breathing into that root chakra some and see. Ooh, but it hurts. Right now, it hurts to breathe into that chakra. There's a knot in there. It is tight and it is uncomfortable. Now, I felt that in the solar plexus before. It felt constipation, felt bloated. I went from being a regular pooper at least once a day to, going 4 or 5, even at one time 7 days without pooping. And just, no matter, I tried the bananas, I tried yogurt, I tried all these things. For the first time in my life, had to take X-Lax. X-Lax? Laxatives? What do you call it? Never had to take it once in my life. Until it's just after 6-7 days, you're like, okay, I have to go. I'm feeling so constipated. So and I didn't like it. Well, at that time, I think my nervous system was still really. There was a period in that time period where the nervous system was really sensitive to certain types of foods and especially medicines I took, especially anything garlic Ooh, onions. Those were like the two main things I had to stay away from for like 4 or 5 months. Pizza sauce, garlic, onions are in there. And it would just, you feel your whole nervous system go buzzy and uncomfortable. And it made it hard to sleep. So I made sure for a while, just stayed away from those things I didn't know if it would clear up or not. But it finally did. It doesn't bother me anymore. But at that time, I was still going through it, and I took that laxative. Oh my. Feel the whole body just buzzing and uncomfortable. It was hard to sleep that night. But it was nice to poop. But after 7 months of being like constantly constipated, now I'm like doing 2-3 times a day, and it's just effortless. You're like, oh my God. I don't have to eat bananas or eat anything special. It's just like, oh. Probably helps if I do, but. But yeah, I had that tense here, that tension. It was a lot of beautiful things too. Very creative during that, because there's kind of like there's what you would call negative and positive things. Really, neither. They kind of come together and overlap at the end. But you'd have these. There's self-doubts. There's what's identity. There's all that stories you tell yourself, victimhood stories. All these. I just couldn't tell a story if I started to, it just felt icky. It felt wrong. It felt, I just want to stop all stories. Even any stories, even the ones I told myself, it just wanted to be storyless. That's why it was helpful, that feeling, because when things came up, victim stories, they were very prominent. They're very, it's just another fucking story. Get rid of that shit. So, but at the same time, it made it like, making a comment on a YouTube video, texting somebody, calling somebody, just didn't want to do it. It was just a fucking story. Anything I would tell, if I talked anything about what happened during the day, it's just a fucking story. I don't want it. Just want quiet. I want to turn off that mind, relax, and just float downstream, as it says in the Book of David. But there was a lot of also creativity, a little unbalanced creativity too. Because it just a plethora of creativity. It was also that creativity was imbalance was a part of that. I felt of the clearing and the balancing, because you had to start making choices with the all these potentials of things you could do and play with would come up, and like I only got 2 hands. I can't do it all. It'd be tons of stuff. I mean, and you start figuring out, okay, I have to start saying, what do I really want? I have to make choices. That was a lot of, I think that's all about choices. Choose something and do it. Choose something, and, there's the problem. I'm doing this, and like it grows and it can expand. All these other potentials pop around it. You could do this, you could do that. But, realizing, okay, that I could do that, but I'm one person. Maybe if I had a team of people, we could do that, but I'm one person. If I want to actually do this, I gotta stop and say, okay, this is what's feasible for me right now. I don't have the resources or the personnel to do all these different things. That it would wear me out. It would just completely run me down, and I'd probably never finish it, which is usually what happens. That's that imbalance. So it's a lot about making choices, sticking to those choices. Finishing a project. I love the Lord talked about that. I was like, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm sorry, I would have commented, but I was like, at that time, I still couldn't do it. It's just, I think I made a few comments and and every time it was a push to do it. I mean, at some point, okay, I'm hitting that wall. Let's just go into this quiet mode and see what it has to say. Because it was, I was being quiet to listen to everything that was around me, is what it felt like. So I could hear the stories, see the stories, not take part in the stories, as I usually would have done. So there's a lot of watching and observing stories, a lot of letting those stories run through you without grabbing onto them and saying, come back here, I want you to be with me, you're my little precious. Yeah. Think of those little stories like The Ring. It's like the ring of power. From the Lord of the Rings. My precious, I need you, I need you. No, you don't. Throw it in the fucking lava. Don't wait for the golem to bite your finger off to do it. So that's been I think that's the hard, but that's I don't see it as it going straight from one to another, because to me, as one opens slowly, as it starts to come a knot, you can feel the energy moving into, because even through the solar plexus, I can already start feeling stuff happening in the root, fears coming up, abundance things. I've always had just enough. I've never been fully abundant. I've always had just enough, barely enough to just enough. Never been so broke I didn't have enough. I couldn't make it. I always had, it's that frustrating, annoying part. It's just like, just enough. Oh, no more, no less. And I've been feeling that going, whew. Especially last month. Last month was a month I felt anxiety almost every goddamn day. Money issue. Like, I've never had to worry about it as much as I had to. It's like everything just seemed to be falling apart because it's bringing all that stuff up. It's making me go, okay, am I grabbing onto that story? Am I playing the victim there? I think the Laura's talked about that. It's that trust, that seeing it to believe it, or believe it to just believe in it, then you see it. It's really like, I have to trust. I have to believe it's going to be there. Not just enough, but everything I need will be there. It's kind of, that was a very hard one last month to kind of get through. By the end of the month, it's like, I mean, tension in my everywhere. It was just anxiety ridden. I hadn't felt that anxiety ridden in a very long time. Also, ancestry, karma and stuff. Been dealing a lot with I haven't been dealing with him. He's been fucking harassing and stalking me. I've been like, just this morning actually. This morning I woke up at 7:30 this morning with banging on my back door. Then I hear the banging going around to all my windows in my house, towards my bedroom. Someone cursing and screaming at me outside. That's the. I tell you, I want nothing to do with you anymore. We are done. Bye. Have a good life. I wish you well. Love you. Forgive you. But goodbye. No. Oh no. That, for him, that did not sink in. Yeah, so that's been happening quite a bit. He usually likes to come early in the morning, screaming. I did run across him in the street one day, by accident. He tried spitting on me, and that's, I think we should talk about instant karma. My brother is an extreme narcissist. Oh, and telling him, I don't need you anymore. I don't need you in my life. We're done. Bye. Have a good one. Don't come to me for any problems. Don't ask me for anything. I'm not doing anything for you. Bye. And did not take it well. I think that's an understatement. But he tried. I ran into him. I was riding my bike. And he doesn't have a car. He has an electric bike that he rides around town. And since we're both in the places where bikes ride, came across me. He started screaming, motherfucker! He's actually trying to spit on me. Luckily, it all went back on me. I'm just sitting there like, just watching the show, going, okay, this is happening. Try not to laugh too much out loud. I have laughed at his stuff before in front of him, like, what the hell are you doing? But it usually seems to trigger him, and he just goes into super explosion. So I was like, I'll keep that for myself. It's funny, but I was like, okay, have a good day, and just went off. So stuff like that, that a lot of that type of energy has been clearing out. Ugh. So it's just having a lot of fun lately. Well, a lot of creativity too. I guess lately that quiet part is just very creative. I mean, and it wasn't single. I just kept jumping to I even bought a sewing machine and started learning how to sew. I've never in my life wanted to learn how to sew. I'm like, all of a sudden there was a video that popped up on on YouTube. It was a sewing video for some reason. I just ended up clicking on it. I was like, no, I need to get a sewing machine. That's kind of just going with it, I need to get a bicycle. I need to get a sewing machine. Why do I need the sewing machine? I don't know. Do I have a true desire to make clothing for a living or anything? No. Will I use it a year from now? I have no fucking clue. But I have one, and I've played around with it, and it was a total joy because it was a very different experience. Because I haven't gone into like a really new hobby or something. I had no real experience with. Because if I play guitar, if I try to learn a new instrument, I already have like all the experience of playing guitar. It's not as new to me. There's a comfort in it. Or I've done drawing, but this 3D-ness of putting fabric together and everything. Ooh, it made my mind kind of twist a bit. So it might just be all about just looking at things in 3D, of like, turning things inside out and pulling them back out into a 3D thing. It's kind of a beautiful kind of learning about different materials. Different stitches need to be for different. If I'm doing a gauze or something, I need to use that zigzag stitch. But other ones I can use a straight stitch or a double stitch or whatever. It's just having these different ideas. It's the tactileness of it, feeling the different fabrics, feeling how they move and how they would react to each other. And that's kind of the beauty of it. I find at the moment. It's kind of like music. Like, ooh, if I use this note and this note, how do they interact with each other? And the same thing, if I use this fabric, then I line it with this fabric, or I connect it with this, what does that feel like? What is that? It's just an interesting kind of just play. Nothing very serious. It's just like, just play. It doesn't matter if I make anything with it or if I continue on with it. It's just the experience that I'm having with it right now. Not worried about it. Ooh. Sorry. Because it used to be when I breathed in every day, it was always over here in the heart. Then it moved here. It's like it feels bloated. It feels. Can you feel when I was down here? Everything would feel. I have days of just feeling like I'm bloated, even though I wasn't. There's a lot of days of not eating, or eating very little, than days of eating a lot, and then having almost what's it called? What did happen when you spiritual people fasting? It's almost like not mentally doing it. Just like I just don't feel like eating anything for almost 2 days. But about a day and a half is probably the longest I went. But it's just like that. There was a lot of pooping once a week sometimes. If you're lucky, every other day for a couple of days. Then it would go 4 or 5 days. Then maybe every other day again. 2 days in a row. Oh my God, that would have been a miracle during that time period. Just. So it was a lot of just don't feel good. You feel like constipated. Just sleep and all over the goddamn place. I didn't know that. I just learned that earlier. I just kind of looked up some of the things that I didn't know. The solar plexus regulated sleep. At least that's what somebody said. I'm taking the internet for their word for it. Who knows? But that might explain my sleeping schedule for the last 7 months. It's just been very sporadic. Still is. Lately it's been sleep a few hours. And actually today I actually slept a full. Did I? Double checking. Yeah, I did. No. I did wake up and then went back to sleep for a couple more hours. Right now I've been doing sleep for about 3 or 4 hours, go back, wake up, then stay up for a few hours, and then go back to sleep again for 3 or 4 hours. But for a while there was staying up for 2 days straight, or not getting sleep, or sleeping all night, or being up all night every day and sleeping during the day. So the sleep schedule has been all over the place. So, and to me, at some point I said, don't fight it, just allow it. I sleep when I sleep, and I don't when I don't. Can't worry about it. It all seems to wobble out at the end, balance out. That's been going through that. We'll see if that changes. Well, I think it's changed. Before it was all staying up all night. Now it's kind of this partial sleeping, partial sleeping. It's kind of still different than sleeping 7, 8 hours or whatever you sleep. I used to sleep 6 to 7 hours probably. Ooh. That muscle in that lumbar, that tailbone, ooh, that is sore right now. It is tense, it is tight, it is where all the focus is at. Every time I breathe, that's what I feel. Oh, conscious breath. When I take that deep, conscious, even breath. You'll feel it push down into it, and like, oh, okay, that's, yeah, that's nice. Mm-hmm. It catches me off guard sometimes. Gotta shake it off. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk about. I don't need to make a 3-hour video. I don't know. I'm not really talking Pacific. I think maybe I should talk a bit. This is a year into the Rhythm Further. I guess what did I learn from the Rhythm Further? I think I probably said at the beginning, determined curiosity, being open and actually feeling everything, not just looking at it and being a little aware of it, but actually taking it in, breathing it in, taking it all. That soreness, that knot I'm feeling in my back. No, just oh, my back hurts. No, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. That's a bit sore. That's okay, but that's all right. We do that. It's working itself out, and that's the beauty of it. Let that Kundalini do its thing. I don't got to do nothing other than take that deep breath, be open, be allowing, and be curious and just feel it. Feel all the stuff that comes up from it. This morning when our brother woke me up at 7:30 this morning, banging on windows. Of course, what do you think would happen to my? You feel that in your heart. What the fuck? You get that adrenaline rush flows in. There's a fluttering feeling. And he's not stopping. He's still going around screaming and yelling, "Faggot! Get up and fucking nonsense, shit." And he's like, so what did I do? I just sit there. First off, I know if I don't feed that narcissist energy, that's what he wants. He wants that drama. He wants to bring up that energy so I can feed him. Something happened to him. He feels he's having to feel something probably for himself, and he don't like that. So he's going to try and make a drama to distract himself. And that's why he shows up, and he wants me to come out. He wants me to scream and yell and get into that back and forth with him. I'm not going to do it. I do that. I love that little thing towards it. He knows what he does, but I forgive him anyway. I take that deep breath, and I allow myself to feel that. All the energy that comes out. I felt something. You'll feel it here. I feel in the heart, that fluttering in the heart, that kind of a almost staticky electricity around the heart, warmth. And in here, you allow it. You can feel it flow, and feel it, and it dissolves, and it takes a little moment. And you just say, all right, this is okay. Thank you. And then I say, thank you. That cleared up some fucking energy I needed cleared up. Now, I don't go out and tell him that, because I would just start singing. He wouldn't understand it, and he'd probably just start screaming. But I say, oh, thank you. I forgive you. You know not what you're doing, but I forgive you anyways. And for that release of energy that I would have to have done some other way, which may have even been more unpleasant, let it go. Then just move on. So yeah, curiosity, feeling. I think those are and self-inquiry. There's probably something I'm forgetting that's really important, and I'll be like, after I make the video, I'm like, oh, there's this whole idea. It's not in my head at the moment. But then again, that's what another video could be for. So don't worry about it. Oh, do I feel different? Oh, absolutely. So different. I feel much more confident, especially right now. Confident, more creative, more just playful. Oh, well, I did also lose 75 pounds, so that helped too. Feel lighter. Oh, I'm going to tell you what I had for breakfast yesterday. I'm not suggesting you do this. This is probably something Lord will be like, why, James? You didn't have to do that. But I did. I woke up yesterday and I had this craving. I need soda. So I went to the fridge. I grabbed a 2-liter soda. I drank the entire thing. The whole 2-liter in less than like 3 minutes. Then I looked at myself astonished and I was like, oh my God. I drank an entire 2-liter. Didn't even use a cup. I drank straight out of the goddamn bottle like a goddamn animal. Then I packed that down. What did I eat yesterday? What was my diet yesterday? I had 6 chocolate-covered donuts, a half block of cheese with crackers, and assorted cookies. That was my diet. That's not my usual diet. I went to Walmart because I did a half sleep yesterday. I got 4 hours and I woke up at like 7 a.m. I was like, I'm not going to go back to sleep for a while. Might as well. Yesterday I had the 5 days off in a row. Another thing that kind of happened. I was like, I get this 5 days off for Christmas. Whoa. So I'm going to enjoy it, relax. So I went to Wally World, to Walmart, for those who live here in the U.S. The grocery store / everything you need store, pretty much, basically. And I got supplies, groceries for the week, and it was not the best purchasing I've ever done because it was a lot of. What do I crave? You go in there, what is the body telling me I want? I didn't go there with a shopping list. It's like, I want cookies. I'm not a person who's usually a cookie person. I do not eat cookies. I don't eat a lot of sweets other than I drink soda. But like cookies and candy and stuff, gummy bears every once in a while I'll give it up. But especially cookies. I've never been a cookie person. But I bought 3 different bags of goddamn cookies. I need cookies. Oh, I need these cookies. I need these cookies. Cheese. We need cheese. We need lots of cheese. I'm thinking, the human part, this is not a good diet. This is a diet of a 8-year-old, 6-year-old, or a diet they wish they could have. Oh, we need sodas. We need tons of soda. Oh, we need lots of soda. Everybody looking at this like, just going with it. It's like, I'm going with it. I think right now maybe it's a very heavy grounding food. Maybe that helps. I don't know. So the way is, I don't know. I didn't buy the bike. I didn't know what it was for until after I bought it. I didn't know. I don't usually know what it is until afterwards. Like, I'll just do it. I just kind of blindly walk into it. I'm not saying it's the only way, but it's the way I've chosen. At times. Oh. But yeah, that was my diet yesterday. I'm like, then I had a really great experience last night. I've already put the video up. Oh, beautiful, relaxing, grounded. It's breathing warm bathtub. Can't use a hot bathtub at the moment because, there's another thing. I have had a rash for almost 7 months. In a private area. We'll just say that. I'm not going to... I said it when that releasing energy came. I know a lot of people have ended up in the emergency rooms and stuff for that releasing. So, mine's been kind of out for a long period of time, I feel. It's just kind of like, it's an annoyance, yes, but it's releasing. It brings awareness to that area. Most definitely. Did go to the doctor once and get some ointment. Didn't really help. It helped clear it up. I think at one time it was really bad. I got it down to where it's just a little. It's an annoyance, and I have to keep different. I have lotions, zinc ointments, powders, all. You're like, oh, okay. I'll be so happy when this thing's fucking gone or healed, as they say. When that energy finished working itself out. Oh. I think that's going to be it. This was a fun video. I don't know. I feel like whistling lately. I don't know why. just feel like whistling and snapping. They're doing some singing. Sorry, we don't have any auto-tune here. Well, I don't know if that was my experience, or this point of my experience of the Rhythm of Further. So I thank you, Sarah, Lauren, whatever. It doesn't matter. I thank you for creating that book and putting that out. It was very life-changing for me, and I believe, and many others, I'm sure. And, you know, once you start that rhythm for it just never ends. It just keeps going. It's not like I read the book and it was over. I knew it would be like, this is an ongoing thing. Those passageways, those explorations. So I just want to give my gratitude and thank you to Lauren. And, my compassion to anybody else going through this, having these experiences. No, it's rough at times, but it always, when you get to the other side, it's so. That's why I'm like, to me that excites me, because like if I start feeling crappy and shitty, now I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go right into it, because I know when I go right into it, there's this release, there's this letting go, there's this almost orgasmic like. Relaxation that comes over you. It might feel like shit right now, but fuck it. I can stay here, because if I don't walk through it, what's going to happen? I'm just going to stay in that shit. And that's not comfortable. It may not be as intense. It may be this slow burning, just crap around you. But fuck it. Just walk into it. Let's just walk into it. Just say, fuck it. What do I got to lose? I got everything to gain. Oh my goodness. You got compassion. You got self-love. Oh my goodness. Loving yourself. Not the human identity of yourself, but just all of yourself. Oh. Maybe I'll talk about one of the things that had me do to help me with falling in love with myself, or just feeling myself. Allowing myself to feel everything. And that's part of love. You can't feel everything until you love yourself. Because you have to love all that shit that comes up. You have to love all of it. You have to be like, I'm alright with that. That's okay. Howdy, partner. Alright. Get on. Let's go. Alright, I'm feeling a bit silly now, so maybe I should end it here. So, my love to all of you. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever. Kwanzaa. As they say, or happy, Light of Christ Day. The day where you just sit there and you appreciate and have gratitude for the light of your own Christos, your own Christ self. That's how I see it. It's been a long climb up that goddamn tree of life. You got that star by the hand now. You can just, it's yours to take for yourself. All right. I love y'all. Goodbye.